Good evening, Asha
Good
ma'am.
evening.
Good evening. So, all warmed up to talk about one of the most uh, interesting yet most relevant topic in today's scenario.
Okay.
You know, so to set the context, we often get nowadays a lot of relationship questions, or
Yes.
we have started questioning all the relationships that are around us. Are they genuine? Are they pretending? Or why? How can this person who was so close to me could do this, or can hurt me, can betray me? But what are these like? Understanding this, we felt
Hmm.
it has to do with how we emote, how we
Correct.
communicate our emotions. Is so give us an idea what is emotional vultures now.
Okay. When we talk about vulture, we know that it's a predator. It preys on weak, organisms or insects. It might be animals. It can be anything. So emotional vultures are those kind of persona which preys on insecurities of people, vulnerabilities of people, and emotional distress.
Okay.
Person is going through a very rough page or a dark page, the person might be flipping. There are
Hmm.
personalities, and we never know that they are of this kind. They slowly they are of like three different kinds. Emotional vultures can be Markata, Matsya, and Marjala. When I say Matsya, you cannot find their footprints. When you turn back, you will not have anything to say that you hurt me or you literally did this with me. No, it is like
Hmm.
the footprints of the fish.
There's
You
no
know,
footprints, but
there is no
it, yes,
footprint, right? And the
yeah.
second is Markata. They keep jumping
Hmm.
inconsistently in the relationship, you know.
So, hmm.
And it is Marjala, catwalk. It's like they don't make sound in your relationship.
But they don't
They don't
have an
want
impact.
to. No, no, no. They will not hurt you. They will not harm you through their words and behavior. It's like, we don't realize this toxic in the very beginning.
So when you're saying this, the only character that is coming to my mind is Shakuni.
Yeah.
You know,
He
yeah, Shakuni, and even to a
actually,
certain extent, Duryodhan towards Karna.
mm, sometimes, yeah.
He
Mm.
didn't realize that
He's
he had a
an
different
emotional
intention for
vulture. Correct.
showing. He just took this weak spot of Karna of not being recognized for his strengths, and he just gave it, and he exploited, and he made the person who is
Correct.
genuinely
There
not.
might be your own friends, there might be your own relatives, there might be a person beside, who might be, looking for your vulnerable situations in life, insecurities. They make use of it.
See, the other day I was going through this nowadays the relationship questions like breadcrumbing,
Mm.
ghosting, situationship. So all these are emotional vultures in a relationship.
Yes, yes. And these red flags are not visible. When you
Yeah,
go back and flip, your own friend might be telling, no, I can see this red flag. Please think about it. But we will not be able to see because the immediate action of the person will be so pleasing, so pleasant that we forget what happened yesterday.
correct.
Right?
True,
So
true.
they are very good in plugging and playing.
Mm. So
Yeah.
what are the few characteristics of emotional vultures? Is it actually a phenomena or is it a personality trait? What it is?
It starts as a phenomenon because
Hmm.
it comes from the early childhood or even in the womb, you
Hmm.
know. So when there are certain defense mechanisms,
Hmm.
there are certain solutions that we find for our problems, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm. Hmm.
and the reflection reaction of how we solved and responded to a problem will be the reason for our personality development. Our
Correct. We learn.
overall
Yeah.
experience of life and the demonstration and presentation by the external environment, how they treated us, how we felt together, there is an energy that gets onto our behavior, and we develop certain approach towards life. It
Hmm.
starts with a phenomena.
And
There might be
it turns out.
situation.
Hmm.
I want to have this person's I want to have this person in my life. So for that, what I do is I develop certain characters which are very creative kind of characters, what the person likes in me.
Hmm.
It is an external behavior. It is not coming from the intrinsic as an intrinsic quality. It is completely my external behavior, and the
Hmm.
person start liking. Okay.
Hmm.
And there might be another situation where somebody has overpowered me in life. Maybe powerful parents who are power playing with me.
Hmm.
What I do is whatever that I lack in, I start pushing it into this relationship.
Uh, Unknowingly
Okay.
burdening the new relationship.
Yes. Somebody has made me feel weak. Somebody has made me feel vulnerable, and I am so insecure. What happens slowly? These phenomena in life make me develop certain mechanisms that I start liking to see such people. There are two ways of reacting. One, I will never want to be that person
Hmm.
because I got hurt and I know the pain.
Hmm.
Otherwise,
Hmm.
I'll start grandiozing my experience. I'll do it with others. That's how we have antisocials because of these kind of mechanisms in them.
So,
Nobody wants to hurt. Nobody wants to harm. It's not the natural human mechanism. Our experiences, the way the environment behaved with us,
hmm.
that
Hmm.
creates a certain kind of mindset in treating those situations. That
Are
is
they
what
conscious
call it
about
as
it? Like,
situational bonding.
no, are
Situational
they?
bonding
Hmm.
is bonding with the situation.
Huh. Are they conscious about how they are behaving, or are they unconsciously becoming toxic or
They're
emotional
not
vultures
aware.
in it?
No,
Oh.
they are not aware of this because they would have been like fallen in love with this character.
As a
You know,
defense mechanism, as a
not only
projective
defense
character.
mechanism, they like to keep their relationship this way. They don't want to commit. They don't want to present themselves in the relationship. They don't want to, and also they don't want anybody to discount them, count them. But I don't want to take the responsibility.
It's one way of being emotional
Yes.
vulture.
Yes.
So how do we insulate ourselves from such people around us? Because nowadays, if we just go and reflect, we are surrounded by people, and it's not their fault as well. That's how they have dealt with life,
Yes.
because lack of guidance or
Correct.
trauma, void. How do we insulate ourselves from such people around?
Yeah, we cannot spell them out, but we can certainly identify in our relationship. That's the reason I found this topic very important because most of the times we don't realize their presence.
Hmm.
The first character is they thrive on others' misery. If somebody
Hmm.
is suffering, they like to be with them. It's a kind of happiness they get.
Finding a kind of purpose that I'm trying to help.
Yes. And the second thing is emotional manipulation. They do it
Hmm.
on regular basis. They try to control. If I given you two, then you're so grateful to me, right?
Hmm.
Using that as a tool, they try to operate the relationships.
Leveraging on gratitude.
Yes, yes. That we don't realize. Arey, this person was there in my struggles. So I have to respect this person. I start swallowing all those emotional
Uh,
obligations, right? And they will make you dependent.
Dependent on them.
Yes, they make sure that you are dependent.
It's actually an emotion cage that we are getting into without
Yes,
our knowledge, and we are
yes.
giving the lock to that person.
And also a kind of guise of being a friend. They disguise.
Hmm.
Friendship is just words. We don't realize. See, when a person is going through heartbreak, loneliness, when there is a sweet voice that is murmuring on daily basis, I'm there with you, I'm there with you, I support you. You're a nice person. How will you feel?
We start believing and trusting that
That
person.
is
We feel warmth.
exactly happening. When I'm going through loneliness, when my own people are telling me, you are not this, you have to become this, and nobody is accepting me, and there is a message on Facebook waiting for me,
Hmm.
how will I feel?
You
There is
long for
one
that
thing that
message
I
every
realize, that I have to test this person, I have to look for red flags. No, nothing comes to my head.
day.
Immediately, I feel good. Array, somebody is looking at me. Somebody is telling that I'm beautiful. All my life, I waited for this one sentence,
How do
right?
we differentiate from genuine care and this?
See, here you see gossip and drama more. When I say gossip and drama, every weekend this person is absent, and your friends are telling you, don't you see this red flag is not available? And Monday morning I'll be, all set to question this person, and the person shows the most vulnerable side. I met with an accident. You were in my mind. All sort of drama.
Mm. All
So I
extreme
will not
excuses.
even, yeah, I'll not even feel like asking. It's not in a couple relationship. It can happen with parent and children. We don't realize.
Yes, yes.
Parents
No,
can be emotional vultures for their children.
using illness as a cause.
Yes, illness was a cause. And when you look at gossip and drama, they spread personal stories. One victory, they'll start telling people, this is the ladder that I have built and nobody can cross it.
And you
They'll start telling their
pressure.
own stories. Yeah. And there are parents who are taking away the energy from children's life. They don't even realize that. How much you want to grow, how much you want to, push yourself in front. Live your children, let them live their life. You have enough achieved. Achievement is for you yourself, not to tell people what you have done. They'll
Correct.
start living their children's life also.
Mm.
And also others' pain as entertainment. That's the biggest character of these people. They don't show that they are enjoying your pain, but silently they do.
They'll be engaging in it.
Yes, when somebody is falling, they they want to be with such people who are lower to them, who have lost hope in their life.
Then they wouldn't be making any things better, but
Yes,
adding on
yes.
to it.
And also inconsistency in support system, you see. If you have taken a support from them, they make sure that they target that support and kill you the whole life with words and actions. When they are offering support, you don't realize. You'll take it because you're so vulnerable. You will
True.
not say no. The entire life, they will target on that one support. They'll make you feel miserable,
Indebted.
and it is a terrible condition.
They'll make us feel indebted that
Yes,
you are there
yes,
because your existence is
yes,
there because of me.
because of us. Yeah.
And parents often do this nowadays,
See,
it's that it's that
I'm not telling
they,
emotional
yeah,
vampirism never existed. It
it
did. But it
did.
is now taking away the human strength. When I
Yes.
say human strength, that peace within an harmony.
Hmm.
I will not realize that I am giving away my energy to these people. Slowly they carry away and make you feel that you are nothing.
And somewhere I also can relate that these people around us who are emotional vultures make us feel guilty for taking care of ourselves.
Yes,
That
yes.
is
Agree.
actually becoming a lot, in the selfless equals selfish is what it's
Correct.
turning out to be.
Correct.
Yeah.
And for your question, how to deal with such people? Firstly, recognize their patterns.
Hmm.
Okay. See, emotional vultures has its own pattern in two facets very strongly. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. They are not
Hmm.
dharmarthis. They
Hmm.
are not moksharthis.
Hmm.
They are artharthis and kamarthis.
Hmm.
They come to your life
Resources and
with certain
desires.
agenda. Okay. Once that agenda is complete, they leave you. It is happening with, this is, I feel very pathetic to talk about it. They use their parents for this. I'm pregnant. I'm in US. So I call my elderly mother once the work is done.
Don't care.
Yes.
So it's not any specific age group or anybody.
No.
We all go,
Yes.
irrespective of age and gender, we are
See,
going through this.
we need to notice that recognizing such people is very important because it's a slow poison. You will never know the that we are taking this poison one day. This is going to kill us. No, we don't even
Um,
realize this. So, and there are artharthis for materialistic aspects. They will stay with you because you have money, because you are getting some things. They will be very nice to you, and you will not realize that they are taking away that absolute happiness out of your life. They'll make you feel nothing. They'll make you feel zero.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And it,
We are coming across a lot of scenarios, especially in our counseling centers,
yes,
that yes, the relationships, we now we have understand how to categorize such people, that this is the way, and maybe we need to call that out as their defense mechanism, maybe help them get better than mending the relationship, is what I am trying to
yes,
understand now.
yes. See, setting the boundaries is the first thing that everyone have to do in the relationship. When another person is not accepting the boundary, then question why. Is he a Kamarthi? Is he a Artharthi? If the person is Dharmarthi or Moksharthi, then the person will understand, will empathize,
Mm, mm,
right?
yes.
Avoid dependency. Be independent. If somebody is blocking your independence, then again question why.
But the fact here is independence and arrogance are going parallel. So we are not able to differentiate who is an independent person and who's an arrogant person.
See, being aggressive and being independent, I absolutely understand your plight. So here, independence comes with responsibility. Arrogance will not.
Mm, mm,
I want to work. I want to be independent. I want to be financially independent. I want to be mobile by nature. Okay. So I believe in women's strength. It doesn't mean that I don't want to take care of my family.
huh.
I should be a Dharmarthi, right?
Yeah. We need
And
two
self
words.
development, self care is very important. I need to be moksharthi as well. When dharma, artha, kama, moksha are aligned, you are independent.
Mm,
Otherwise, you are arrogant.
mm,
And
mm.
it's not about only arrogance. You can be submissive also.
Yes, we can give up entire, you know,
Yes,
regulation power
yes,
to them. And, lots of power play comes into role here. Is what I am
absolutely.
understand.
And
Uh,
also, it's very important to notice one thing that, in the name of sacrifice and compromisation, okay, I don't even care about my health. I don't
yeah.
even do things that I like. I leave my passion, everything. I'll put it in a bag and put it aside. And I'll realize only when I'm getting old.
And
I will
somewhere this is
feel
also
absolute regression.
turning into loop that I left things because of you, so you are also expected to do that. So
Yes.
it's a loop, and that is actually affecting people around and the relationship, mental health. this is a broader spectrum, Dr. Asha, that
Mm.
this is going unnoticed because it is normalized.
Yes.
This is how world works. This is
See,
how a
as
relationship has
an
to be.
external environment, Deepti, you are into counseling. Okay, when a person is not emotionally resilient, you should actually think that there are emotional vultures around that person.
Around.
Yes.
Correct. Correct.
If there
Correct.
are
That's
people
true.
who encourage them and empower them, they just come back like this.
That I have seen. Few sessions of quite positive strokes, entire flip in that person. I'm not
Yes.
talking about an adult, I'm talking about a
Yes.
child of 9 years, 8 years. They are like completely flip. All domains are falling into places. And now I know whom to address and how to address. Any questions from our live audience? Any questions that you want to ask Dr. Asha regarding emotional vultures? So,
I'm very happy that the numbers have
yes,
increased.
that I
And,
am quite tracking
maybe,
that,
yeah,
and I'm really happy about it also. So, I guess the questions, maybe all of them are reflecting who are the
yes.
vultures, or are there any vultures in their life, or have they come across what to take steps? We are
See,
always there to reach out. Any tips for parents is what Lakshmi is asking. Any tips for
yeah,
parents?
yes. One of the aspect in Chandogya Upanishad proudly speaks about Mahavakya, especially that is Tattvam Asi. You are that. If you are allowing something to happen in your life, don't blame another person. You have
Hmm, hmm,
allowed that to happen.
hmm, hmm,
If
hmm.
you are feeling pleasant, you are the reason. If you are feeling unpleasant, you are the reason. It's like salt water in the ocean. Can you separate salt and water?
No.
Not possible. Life is a homogeneous mixture. You can only identify and recognize and be safe, but you cannot separate. You cannot get isolated just because these kind of people are. The one who has created me has created the other person as well. It is up to me how I grow. That's the reason Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha has to be aligned,
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
right? As
So
parents, we
that's
need to,
another question. Yeah.
yeah. As
Sorry,
parents,
sorry.
we need to help our children to align with Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Lot of times we demonstrate what is a lie. Arey, tell that uncle that I'm not there. Where is your child learning all this? What we demonstrate, the words that we use, should be having that absolute orientation
Hmm,
in the
hmm,
development of the child as Dharmarthi, Kamarthi, right kind of action, Moksharthi, and Artharthi.
hmm, 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 hmm. So, I think artful mind, she's asking that how do we control when it comes to specially disabled? And there's another question, how do I deal with exploitation in workplace?
Okay. First thing is surround with positive people as much as possible. If you are spending that maybe 8 hours, you will sleep, otherwise, you are awake. In this waker's time, what kind of people are there around you? With whom are you speaking? How do you spend your 5 hours? The time that you have got up, morning 5 hours, first 5 hours will reflect the entire day for you. That week will reflect on entire month. That month will reflect on entire year. So start your day, be positive, think good, feel good, and do good, and get surrounded with people who encourage you. Otherwise, insulate yourself.
So, there's
Become,
another follow-up question I think that you can answer together. What
mm,
if they are people who you can't avoid?
hmm. Work on experiencing your vulnerabilities and expressing your vulnerabilities.
Hmm,
If you
hmm,
are in a workplace, the day when you go to your boss, And she will ask you, hey, why, what happened here? Are you okay? Then I'll start sharing my personal stories. That can become the tool for another person to operate you. You should know where to express your vulnerabilities, how to express, how much to express, what is the time that you need to express, the place, right? Now expression is been misunderstood. Voicing out doesn't mean that you have to voice out with anybody and everybody. No,
Correct.
you need to identify vultures first. If you have not done that, definitely they use you as a tool.
Correct. Got it. Got it. So this was a very required, insightful session, and thank you for your patience, and thank you audience for your participation.
Yes.
We are always open for suggestions when if you would like to come live, cover a live session regarding which topic, you can DM us, comment on this post. We will track it and we'll try to address those things in the upcoming live sessions. And thank you all for your time, and yes, see you till next week. Thank you,
Thank
Mr. Man.
you all for
Yeah.